Hi everyone, this is Sarah from Crafting and Relaxing. Thanks for joining me. Today I just wanted to show you some new products that I picked up, and I hate to call it a haul. I know that some people just buy stuff and they put it on there, but I think of them as treasures really. And I encourage you to use what you have, but every once in a while I just get curious about new products and I have to know. And one of the things that I've really been curious about is alcohol markers. I'm not a big fan of coloring, but you'll see here that I do have some Nuvo markers. They're not very well labeled, but they're alcohol markers, which means that they're made to blend well. They're a little bit different because once you get into alcohol markers, it's going to change some of the products that you need. You'll have to be more careful. They bleed through. So you wouldn't want to color on the front of your card base if that was going to be, if it was going to show through. You need to layer with them. And you also need to be careful that you have a permanent black ink pad, which is why I had to get a new black ink pad. So Memento is one that holds up pretty well and doesn't bleed when you put it with alcohol markers. Some of you might have a different favorite, but that's the one that I found handy and purchased. So one thing that I like to warn people about is when you branch out into different product lines or different areas of interest, you end up buying a bunch more stuff. And it just happens. It's something you have to watch for. So I wanted to tell you about a new store I found that is amazing, but it is not handy for hardly anybody. And then I'll talk about the products that I got there. So the store is called Impressing Ideas, and it is in Ocean Park, Washington, which is way out on the west side of Washington, southwest side by Astoria, Oregon, pretty much, on the peninsula. So I will tell you, completely out of the way, plan a family vacation. Tell your family you're going to the beach and ditch them for an hour or more and go in there. Cindy and Robert are the owners, and Cindy will just stop what she's doing and demo anything you want to see, and they've made everything that's on the wall in the store, so they'll show you. It's rubber stamp, scrapbook, and paper arts boutique. So not a lot of printed papers, but tons and tons of technique stuff, markers, high-end papers, all to new stamps, stencils. It's not a big store, but it was very inspiring. I definitely pulled out my wallet, and that's not something that I do easily. So I want to show you these markers that I got. They come in 3 packs, and I promptly was on a road trip and threw away all the packaging and didn't think of you. I'm sorry. But they come in 3 packs, and so you buy them in color families. So what I did was I got greens and oranges, and my thought was that that would give me enough to make some flowers, test some stuff out, and see if I like them. I fell in love with them. I am remedial in coloring. I will tell you that flat out. Blending, coloring, colored pencils, anything like that, I'm very remedial. And what I found is that these are forgiving and fun. I have pretty big hands, and I liked how they felt in my hands. They're nice and contoured. There's a nice blocky end and a fine point end. And price-wise, it's about $6 for a 3-pack. So it is about $2. You can get them on sale for a little less than $2 a piece, but still quite a bit. One thing you'll notice, they have a color tab on the end, but not anywhere on the pen. So when you lay them down like this, if I hadn't put that orange stripe around, you're at risk of grabbing a green and putting it on your flower. So I would recommend some of them, I think there's a little different packaging or something, have this sticker. So what I think I should have done on these is, I must not have used this one, is cut this and leave the green sticker on there, and then be sure and draw a line around them. These are what Cindy at Impressing Ideas, they have these. This is where I got this stuff. She described them as entry-level alcohol markers. So they're not refillable. You don't replace the nibs, but any of you who have priced like Copic markers or something like that, you definitely want to be sure before you get into this kind of stuff. So I got some and it was fun. The problem with these for me, and it depends on where you are, is that so Nuvo is the brand that makes Nuvo drops. And if you are a paper crafter or you're watching any YouTube videos, lots and lots of people have drops. These markers aren't well advertised and they're hard to find. So I've been to several stores near my house and I can't find them. The only place I can find them is online. And quite honestly, I didn't want to wait that long. So I don't know if I'll be getting more of these because of the color limitations as far as in my area. I can't just go pick up a set. But if you showed up at my door, or, well, that would be weird. If you told me there was a store in town where I could go and get them, I would have bought them today. I went at lunch and looked for them and there weren't any. So anyway, if you see these on a shelf or something like that, definitely check them out. I'll show you the packaging because it's a little strange and it says Nuvo Creative, this is weird because I don't have the package so I have to show you on here. Nuvo Creative Pen, you see that? It doesn't actually say alcohol marker, but this is how they come, and they have the color samples on the front so you could see them. And so on Amazon you can get some for $5.99. Anyway, I loved them. I had a great time coloring with them. You can see they open up. They're just smooth and nice to work with. And I just really liked them. And I've never been a fan of coloring. So highly recommend those. The other thing that I bought there, and I don't know if you're going to get the gist of this in a video, but I'll try it, is this iridescent paper. And it comes in a lot of different colors. I thought the bronzy would go with a lot of stuff. Green, and I always buy blue. Anything that comes in blue. The markers, she was out of the blue that I wanted. So that's why I don't have blue. So I thought this paper would be really fun for embossing on. Not necessarily heat embossing, but texture embossing, like where you run it through the machine with the embossing, what do we call those now? Embossing folders to give it texture, a really nice background. So those are neat. She said they're a little pricey. I don't remember how much they were, but you could make quite a few cards with one sheet. So those, I liked those. I also got this Holtz Stencil, which I thought, well, I'll try it. I loved it. It was really great. I liked the fine detail. I did a water technique on Distress Oxide. It was super cute, so I already gave it away. If you want to keep better track of me, watch me on social media like Instagram, or Instagram is Craftin' Relaxin', no G's, no and there's also a Facebook page for crafting and relaxing. So sometimes if I make a card and I don't make a video, you could see a picture of it there. So the other thing I got was this Altenew set and the dies, and that's, you see here, that's what the rose and the petals are from. So I like this quite a bit. The Altenew stamps are just amazing. The detail is amazing. They're beautiful. I am having a little bit of trouble with one of the petals in this set, and I'm an experienced stamper and I've washed it and cleaned it, and it seems like it got better. So you can see right here, it wasn't filling in on the edge, and then on this one it's much better. So I took it to the sink, scrubbed the thing out, looked at it for like a plastic hang-on or something like that, and it seems better. So those were my treasures from Impressing Ideas, and again, if you can find your way there, I would definitely do it. If you're a scrapbooker and you're really just looking for printed papers and that kind of stuff, probably not the place for you. But technique, inspiration, and a super fun place to hang out. And my guess is, even if you're a scrapbooker and you walked in and you told Cindy and Robert that, they would help you find something and talk to you about cool new techniques for your pages. So go check them out. Oh, the other thing I got, just basic old white embossing powder because I needed some and I didn't have any. So thanks for watching, and I'm sure that you will see some more fun stuff. And I am trying to decide what I'm going to do about markers. So maybe you'll see different markers or expanded colors in an upcoming video. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure and subscribe if you haven't already, and click the bell so you get notified when a new video comes up. Thanks. Bye-bye.